How's it going, guys? It's Tucker Tuitions here, and today we're going to be doing equations with brackets. Let's get straight to it. The first type we're going to look at today is what if you've got x plus a number and we multiply it by another number to get this. So we've got 3 times x plus 5 equals 12. What I'm going to do, there's two ways to do it, but I'm going to recommend to you the first way that I do. And that is to expand the bracket first. So you first want to do 3 times x, which gives me 3x. And then you want to do 3 times 5, which gives me 15. And we know that still equals 12. Now, just because we've got this number bigger than this doesn't mean we change our method. So instead of adding 15, we're going to take away 15. So still the same method. Because we take away 15 from this side, we're left with 3x. 12 take away 15 gives me minus 3. This 3 is next to the x, so I divide it by 3. X is therefore minus 1. I do the same method again for this one here. 2 times x gives me 2x. And then 2 times 3 gives me plus 6. That gives me 8. Instead of adding 6, I take away 6. This 6 cancels with this one. So I've got 2x equals 8, take away 6. That's 2. So because I've got this 2 next to the x, I divide by 2. Therefore, x equals 1. And here, once again, you're going to do it exactly the same way. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. That gives me 16. Instead of adding 8, I take away 8 from both sides. So that 4x becomes 8. And then I divide it by 4. 4x divided by 4 is x. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So using this method, I like to have a go at these ones here. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, now I'm going to go through the answers. But before we do, I'm going to go over, just G specifically, about how you could solve it even quicker. So I've got 7 multiplied by x plus 1 gives me 21. If I divided both sides by 7, 7 divided by 7 gives me 1 lot of this bracket. So I just write what's inside the bracket. The brackets then go away. 21 divided by 7 gives me 3. And then take away the 1 on both sides. So x equals 2. So that's the other way to do it. But I would still recommend do it like this, because the harder ones that you're going to do, are going to need you to use this method, especially when you have got to expand it and simplify it with 2 brackets. So you can use this one if you've not got another bracket, but I would recommend use this way. Okay, so the answers I'm going to show you are here. Read each one carefully, check if you've got them right. Now this time the example we're going to have a look at is what if there's a minus in there? And the answer is you deal with it exactly the same way. 3 times your x and 3 times your minus 2. And note when you expand this bit, you're going to multiply 3 by minus 2, not by 2. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. That gives me 12. And then I solve it like a 2-step equation. I add on the 6 3x gives me 18. Divide both sides by 3. X is 6. I do my same method again for 2 multiplied by x minus 5 equals 8. I do the same again. 2 times x gives me 2x. 2 times minus 5 gives me minus 10. Equals 8. Notice what I'm saying. I'm saying 2 times minus 5. So now you solve this like a two-step equation. I've got minus here, so I add. Playing the opposite game. 10 plus 8 is 18. And then I divide both sides by 2. X equals 9. Finally, 4 times x would give me 4x. 4 times minus 3 gives me minus 12. And doing the same again, add 12 onto both sides. So this side is going to be 4x. And then 16 plus 12 gives me 28. And then divide both sides by 4. X equals 7. So what you're going to do now, I'd like you to have a go at these ones here. Have a go at these ones and see if you can get them right. Okay, now we're going to check the answers, which are here. So now we're going to have a look at this time. What if we use these with a shape? The point of this question is to find x. Now, there are two ways to do it. Way 1, I know 7 times x minus 2 is going to give me 35, right? And I can write it like this. The 7 multiplied by my x plus 2 equals 35. So therefore, 7 times x plus 2 is 35. Now I know that when I do it my method, I go back to my basics. 7 times x gives me 7x. And then 7 times plus 2 gives me plus 14. That equals 35. So I take away my 14 from both sides. 7x equals 21. And then divide both sides by 7. X equals 3. Way number 2 can work like this. And this is going to be using a bit of problem solving. I know that 7 times this number gives me 35. I know 7 times x plus 2 gives me 35. But 7 times what gives me 35? This number here has got to be 5. This number here, the question mark, has got to be 5. So therefore, I know x plus 2 is going to equal 5. And what do I have to add on to 2 to get 5? 3. So you can problem solve it like that. I would suggest so use method 1. Use method 1. Combine it, expand it, and then solve it. Go back to basics. Do what you've done normally. Okay, now have a look at these problems down here and see if you can get the answer for x. Have a go. Okay, now we're going to have a look at the answers. So check them here and see if you got them right. Okay, many thanks for watching, guys. That is part 1 of how to solve equations by expanding brackets. Part 2 is going to look at the more complicated versions and the main reason for why we need to use that method. So leave a like, subscribe, and comment down on the videos down below. And I'll calculator. Bye!